Boy, I tell you right now, Sheltra is wearing Danica's back bumper out.
Remember, Patrick had that horrible incident late in the race coming off turn number 4, actually broke his back. Oh, he slides up the racetrack.
Danica up the racetrack.
Danica does.
What happened was Sheltra's been pushing on her, and I think he just finally pushed her up out of the way.
And now she gets shuffled out. We'll see if she finds a spot to jump back down.
Oh, yeah, she'll find one. Just wait a second. Yeah. Right behind that 4 car.
And it's so frustrating. You're telling your spotter, let me know when I can get down. Let me know when I can get down. He says, 1 more, 2 more, 3 more.
Still got 2 more down here. Still got 2 more in line.
Sheltra was pretty smart, though. He saw that she was pretty vulnerable. He gave her a little shot getting into 1 down there and it put her up the hill, and he went right by her.
You know, Danica's here to learn, DW. She's here to get experience. That may be good for her experience. Now she's going to get behind the cars. She's going to have to try to make some moves as we see Patrick Sheltra lose a spot to James Busher. Now she's going to have to pass some people and make some moves to get back up towards the front.
Sheltra's car is loose. Remember earlier in the day when we saw him all sideways down here in the middle of 3 and 4? That car is a little bit free.
This is why Danica moved up the racetrack earlier. She had Patrick Sheltra just behind her. Through those bumps.
She wiggled. She got a little bit loose and wiggled and had to chase the car up the hill. That's what happened.
Well, I think that Sheltra created that.
Yeah, he helped her get loose.
Well, he kept tapping on her, and I think she may have looked back to see where he was, and it caused her to lose a little concentration there and went up the hill a little bit.
So she moved out of that bottom line, and that's made her drop all the way back to 11th. Welcome back to the Lucas Oil Slick Miss 200. We are under our 5th caution, and this time, well, the spotlight has been on her all evening, and this time it is the 7 of Danica Patrick that brings out our 5th caution. We're going to show you just what happened.
Watch this now. That's Tommy Joe Martin's right behind. Tommy Joe Martin's. Danica moves to the inside. Nelson Piquet gets a little bit loose. She's on the inside against the white line, and Nelson Piquet Jr. forces her down off the racetrack. And look at this ride through the grass she has.
I'll tell you, this right here is car control. Now, that's something that you got it or you don't. And that's impressive right there to get that car that far out of shape, hang on to it, not hit the wall. Tony Jr. helped her a lot because he kind of helped her get through that, but that was amazing. That was a great job right there.
She's going to come right at us here.
Yeah, Piquet's going to force her down underneath the pretty good contact right there. She goes right through the grass. The thing I like, DW, is she's this sideways, and when she gets straight, her wheels are straight. She doesn't overcorrect and go into the outside wall.
Well, that's what I was telling you earlier. Lock it down, turn left.
She's on pit road now. Wendy Venerini.
4 tires, fuel, 3 rounds down on the track bar. Some major adjustments for Danica Patrick. She wasn't happy with the race car right before that, so this is giving them a great advantage to get fresh tires, make the adjustments. She was sliding around the nose and was a little bit loose on that race car. Now she does have a little bit of slight damage. They're going to work on that with the hammer. Of course, she has some left rear quarter panel damage from earlier in the race, but what a fantastic job by everyone on this crew. The spotter, TJ Majors, the crew chief, Tony Uri Jr., everyone walking her step by step. Get on the gas, get off the gas, exactly what to do through that wreck, getting through the grass, and now coming down pit road. The crew is going to continue to work to get every little piece of tape exactly how they want it and get the fenders exactly how they feel they should be under this caution, because we know there's not many cars left out on that racetrack. So when we go back green, Danica has a very good chance of getting back to the front of that draft.
So a little bit of damage to the right front, and that's because when Nelson Piquet Jr. came down, didn't know she was there, came down and forced her down into the grass.
Yeah, she was on the inside of a 3-wide situation there, and Nelson Piquet Jr. didn't realize, I don't think, that she was down below him, and he forced her down off the racetrack.
Did you hear the roar? The roar of the crowd here at Daytona. She has some followers here at this racetrack. She comes back off of pit road, and the crowd roars.
Well, that was a great job. I just got to tell you, to hang onto a car in the grass, bring it back out up on the racetrack, and not spin that thing around and back it up in the fence. She did a great job. I love Tony Jr. He was talking her, clutch it, brake it, gas it. And you know what? A lot of times I'd say the driver wasn't paying any attention. She was paying attention.
Take a look at her hands here. This is when it happens.
Right now she's just riding along straight, then she gets hit.
She's got some quick hands. Look at that, IndyCar style. Let go of that steering wheel. Look at her.
And the car almost righted itself. But the thing I like, when it did straighten out, she didn't have the wheels cut all the way to the right where she was going to go back up on the racetrack.
You know what I was? It was just really quick hands, and how she was letting go of the steering wheel, almost to let the car straighten itself out.
Got another right front there, Sherm?
Yeah, this right front, they got to come back in. She hit that PK's car pretty hard. They've got a good bit of damage here they need to work on.
Watch your lights here. Do whatever you got to do to get it straight. Keep me posted where it's at.
Wendy.
Danica Patrick does have to come back down pit road. There was a right front fender rub going on, so Tony Eury was not happy with what he saw as she comes down, and they are going to clear that fender a little bit more, get some more fuel in it, and keep in mind her spotter. They have a couple spotters here at Daytona. The front stretch spotters, Chip Ross, the back stretch spotters, TJ Majors, and of course they have Kelly Byers also on the back stretch giving advice throughout the day. So Danica Patrick has done everything she needed to do up to this point. The only problem was that fender damage, and it looks all clear. Tony Eury gets her the go.
You know, one thing about her right now, she's mad. She's mad she got taken out.
That's exactly right.
She might be mad, but she's probably pretty happy too.
She's going to want to get up to speed as quickly as she can, because they're going to be coming out of turn number 4, and the field will be getting the green. She will be wide open going down the backstretch.
Yeah, I still don't think they got that right front fender right where it needs to be, and that's a critical part of the aero package on these cars. Well, you know, we've talked about Danica most of the race.
How about the number 7 coming up here?
Danica's moved up into the 12th position, just about up to that lead draft.
Well, you heard Tony Jr. tell her, say it's time to go.
Yeah, we were eavesdropping during the caution flag during our commercial break, and Tony Jr. said, hey, you've got about 18 laps to go. Let her rip.
Do what you got to do.
13 remaining. It'll be 12 when they cross the stripe this time. Terry Jones just in front of Danica Patrick in that number 30.
Her Danica had to pedal the throttle a little bit there.
The GoDaddy.com number 7 of Danica Patrick is catching up to this lead pack.
She has a little momentum right now. If she has someplace to go when she gets there, she may be able to pass some cars.
Staying to the high line now. She thinks she might be able to help out that line.
I just hope she didn't catch up at the wrong time. You know, with a car fast like she has, the draft will pull you up there. But the way this racing's going in front of her, she's going to stall out right here behind a bunch of guys that are really moving around a lot on the racetrack. Seeing a lot of cars that are almost wrecking.
She's right behind Tommy Joe Martins in the 95 car. Danica went by as well.
Here comes Danica Patrick once again. We ride along with her as she goes by the 4 of Ricky Carmichael.
What a great recovery for Danica. Man, did she come from out of the grass almost into the wall, and here she is fighting to get back to the lead.
Racing for the 7th position right now, Rick.
In 7th spot right now, fighting for that spot with the 4 of Ricky Carmichael. Woo. This is the move by Danica. Look at her duck down below the 30 of Terry Jones.
What a great move.
That's when Allie Owens got caught in the middle there, and she actually slowed her momentum. Great job by Danica and her spotter. Okay, 72 laps into this race. Regardless of what happens from here on out, Danica has learned a lot, done a great job in this race.
I have been really impressed, and I don't think anybody can say that she can't drive a stock car, because I've seen her drive it all over this place.
Through the grass?
Today. I believe if Danica and the 51 of Buscher would get hooked up, they might be able to go to the front.
It looks like they're trying something. There might have been a little contact there from Danica.
Danica's she's getting a little racy now. She said, let me give you a little bump draft.
Now, when you said push, you didn't really literally mean push.
No. Not like that.
And of course has Danica Patrick on his outside right now. But
Danica tucks in behind that 51, now back to the yellow line.
She made.
There you go. You take it.
Oh,
nice and easy. Easy if he gives it. There you go.
Got him.
How about that now?
I don't think he gave it. I'm
no.
she took it.
No, he went up the hill, and she was there, buddy.
And now she's going to look to the outside of that 35 of John West Townley. Can she get back up into the top 5? Well, she's in the top 5 now. Can she improve her position?
5 to go.
The very first stock car race for Danica Patrick, and she has put an exclamation point on her driving abilities tonight.